You have any idea what's wrong?
Nope, we're gonna have to open you up and find out.
Okay, doctor.
Oh, I'm no doctor.
What?
No, doctors go to college and that's for snobs.
Mr. Johnson, wake up.
Well, in all honesty, I do think some people should go to college.
In all honesty, well, thank you, Abraham Lincoln. Please stop saying words. It heats up your brain.
I don't think that's true.
Now, which one of us went to medical school?
Apparently neither of us.
Ouch, burnt. You got me. Sorry.
You know, I blew out my leg skiing or something. Can you just give me something to dull the pain?
You want dull? Read a book. Actually, how many fingers am I holding up?
4.
Is that what that is?
You think I tore my ligaments?
I don't know, and I may never know.
It's my knee.
Thank you, Carol, but I've already counted his eyes. Now, have you eaten anything in the past 8 hours or so?
I had an omelet about an hour ago.
Oh, an omelet. That sounds yummy.
Yeah, but I did eat an hour ago.
All right, Your Highness. Yeah, you had a hoity-toity omelet. Congratulations. Jeez. Now, unfortunately, we are going to have to amputate your face.
What? But it's my knee.
Anesthesia, please?
I feel much better.
Thank you. Now, does that say operating room or... You know what? We're going to go for it.
We're doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
This is about jobs. Connell said there would be no shutdown.
Put a stop to bullying.
Real cuts, the devil's in the details.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
In the Battle of Iraq, the United States and our allies have prevailed.
The president went about this all wrong.
America, we have come so far. We have seen so much. We shall overcome. Yes, we can.
Game on.
Thank you. Good luck and God bless you.
The BSofA with Brian Sack.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. I'm Brian Sack. I was this close to winning the Michigan primary until I said words. And now, this week's BS. Pakistani officials demolished the compound in Abbottabad where SEAL Team 6 found and killed Osama bin Laden. They had initially hoped to sell the former home of the brain behind al-Qaeda, but were unable to get the brain behind al-Qaeda out of the drapes. During a campaign appearance in Detroit last week, Mitt Romney told supporters that his wife drives, quote, a couple of Cadillacs, or, as his wife calls them, my going to buy more cars. When you see it on the road, you know it's the Romney's Cadillac because it keeps swerving left and right. The City Council of Stockton, California is making efforts to avoid becoming the largest American city to file for bankruptcy. The city is hoping to attract tourist dollars with its new Come to Stockton for Some Reason campaign. The Wyoming House passed a doomsday bill this past Friday, which will create a task force to study how the government would cope with disasters like terrorist attacks, food shortages, and complete government shutdown. Or as Glenn Beck calls it, Sweeps Week. Now, as you know, we've been getting sponsors for our show and keeping all the money. Initially to get ourselves a nice steak dinner, and now in order to buy our staff iPads. It's my way of saying sorry for the low pay and hostile work environment. This week's sponsor is Arguelles Auto Sales of Gulfport, Mississippi, who have offered to give us a substantial chunk of money to sponsor them. Now, if you'd like to follow in their footsteps and sponsor the BSofA, please email us at sponsorthebsofa@gbtv.com. Now, in order to get this money, all I have to do is describe what they do, and that's pretty darn easy. Arguelles Auto Sales offers quality used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs on the Gulf Coast. Trade-in vehicles are always welcome, so thanks to them.
Brian, what are you doing? They have this whole other concierge service. You didn't even mention it. We're not going to get the money.
What? Concierge? What is that?
Brian, we need the money, please.
We need that money. What does a concierge do at a non-hotel?
I don't know. It's part of what they do.
Well, if you know what they do, why don't you explain it?
Okay. Oh, God. Well, okay, so they have concierge auto buying services, which is like you're buying a car, but rather than you buy it from them, they don't have it.
What are you talking about, Matt? You're going to lose us this money.
Okay. Say there's a rare car. They might not physically have that rare car in their possession, but they can drive it from wherever it happens to be. Say, Caitlin, tell us a little bit about Arguelles Auto Sales.
Geez. Well, they're really nice. You know, they're super great people. I'm sure you said that. And then I bet you explained the concierge service thing, right?
No. We were hoping that you could do that or we won't get paid.
Okay. All right, I can do this. Say you want a car, like a Corvette, like a 2010 Corvette. Is that a thing? Is that a car?
A 2010 Corvette?
I take the train every day. I haven't driven a car in 18 months. What do I know?
No, there is. I almost broke down and got one during my last midlife crisis.
Okay, on Monday?
Yes.
Okay, so you call Arguelles, and they'll help you locate it and even help you buy it with the concierge service.
Okay, well, but what if you name a car that doesn't even exist, like a 2009 Farvenblitz?
It's fine. They'll just say the 2009 Farvenblitz doesn't exist, but they'll be really nice about it, and they won't make fun of you. Right, Jack?
What? No, I can't be a part of this. Look, whatever sponsor we have is great, and they should pay us. Right, Rob?
I don't want to be on camera. You know this.
I really want a 2009 Farvenblitz.
I mean, a concierge? What the hell is that? I mean, concierge gets you theater tickets or call girl.
Do not ruin this, Fisher.
No, it's a different type of concierge service.
5 days ago I was at the Oscars. Now I'm doing a car commercial. Get Ben!
Just tell me when we get the money, you do it. Concierge service.
Sure, leave it to the voiceover guy to get you out of this mess. Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm drunk and covered in baby oil, and I don't know what concierge service is. Go to ArguellesAutoSales.com and figure it out yourselves.
I can't believe it's over. You know, I really thought Newt Gingrich was going to get the nomination.
I know, as soon as we got that huge Todd Palin endorsement, I was like, this is a lock.
Right? I mean, that's how the saying goes. He who gets Todd shall get the nod, right? Not in this case, I guess. C'est la vie.
Oh, easy with the French, Romney.
All right.
Hey, everybody, listen up. I know it's a really emotionally trying time for all of us. You know, we gave it our best shot. Just didn't work out this time. You know, Newt wanted to be here to personally thank each and every one of you. Unfortunately, he's busy smashing things. One last thing, want to run this commercial by you. It's something we're going to be running to thank Newt's supporters. And I wanted you all to be the first ones to see it, okay? Check this out.
Thank you to the voters who have supported Newt Gingrich over the last year of this campaign. Thank you for seeing the real Newt Gingrich, a Washington outsider who has been working in the federal government for the last 34 years to help ensure that America remains the greatest country in the world. God bless you. And to those voters who didn't support Newt Gingrich, you're dead to us. God help you if we should ever run into each other on the street.
I'm Newt Gingrich, and I approve this message.
That's great. It was really nice.
Yeah, that last part was a little weird, right?
Right?
This is a big thank you to all his supporters, you know?
Well, it was a nice touch.
Oh, and we're going to be running this spot right before the general election in all the swing states.
Wait, we're still running new commercials?
Oh, absolutely. You don't stop attacking your opponents. Newt actually edited and wrote this one last night. Check it out.
Vulture capitalist Mitt Romney isn't just a flip-flopping former governor of Massachusetts. He's also a certified abortion doctor who sold abortion gift certificates on Groupon. Now he wants to perform a late-term abortion on America. Plus, he has a black baby and loves raising taxes and socialized medicine. Yeah, he loves that too. Everything that's wrong for America, Mitt wants.
I'm Newt Gingrich, and I approve this message.
I'm pretty sure none of that stuff is true.
And furthermore, if we're not even in the election anymore, why attack the presumptive candidate? I mean, it just feels like we're hurting the party.
I don't think so. Check out this spot we're going to be running.
Another one?
I hate you, Mitt Romney. You lousy f***ing helmet-haired son of a bitch and vote Obama in 2012.
I'm Newt Gingrich, and I approve this message.
Really great points.
No, those are not good points. It's by attacking our own party right now, all we're doing is harming ourselves.
Yeah, man, give it up, okay? We're actually helping Obama by releasing this ad on the internet.
No. We're not releasing this ad on the internet.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, it's going to be running in Florida, Ohio, Nevada, Colorado, and Virginia right before November. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences was powerless to prevent the auctioning off of 15 classic Oscar statuettes, including ones awarded for Citizen Kane, Wuthering Heights, and Little Women. On the bright side, Mitt Romney has almost finished building his awesome foosball table. Verizon has announced that it will stop carrying the first Muslim lifestyle network, which was founded by a man who was later convicted of beheading his wife. Alas, the world will never get to see his groundbreaking reality show, Wife Chop. It was reported that 1.3 million Americans aged 75 and older are currently working, which explains why your pizza is 3 hours late. Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream unveiled a new flavor honoring Asian-American New York Knicks point guard Jeremy Lin, which contained Chinese-inspired ingredients like lychee honey, but removed fortune cookies from the recipe for fear that it may be construed as racist. The company's founders apologized to the Asian community and assured them the story will have a happy ending. It was reported this week that famed astrophysicist Stephen Hawking frequents a sex club in California. What's the appeal of sex club workers to Hawking? They really know how to move. Also, they really know how to move. He's smarter than we are. Now, recently it occurred to me that the show needs more Facebook followers. So on our last show, I asked people to like us on Facebook, and if they already did, to ask their friends to do so. 2 weeks ago today, we had only 2,075 followers. Let's go over to the big board and see how many we have now. Now, you know, our Facebook page is a great place to get exclusive content that we only post on Facebook. Oh, sorry, Jack, that's really sad. And it's also a great way to spread the word about the BSofA. Okay? So here we are, 2 full weeks in to see how many new followers we have. Let's see. Katie, the card, please. All right. Our goal, 10 million Facebook followers. And currently, the number is 2,383. Okay, just a little short. Let me just mark that on our chart. All right, great. Almost there. So tell your friends and we'll check back in soon. We'll be right back.
And now, the Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week.
Bang, bang, bad guy dead.
The Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week has been brought to you by Arguelles Auto Sales. Looking for a used car, truck, van, or SUV? Visit ArguellesAutoSales.com today.
Hillary Clinton told an audience of Muslim students in Tunisia to ignore comments made by GOP candidates vying for the presidency, saying, quote, "There are comments made that certainly don't reflect the United States, don't reflect our foreign policy, don't reflect who we are as a people." She then took their oil and left. Mitt Romney told a crowd of supporters that he isn't going to light his hair on fire to win the Republican primary race, indicating that he doesn't understand how the nominating process actually works. A Utah teenager borrowed his mom's car and robbed 2 banks by pulling up to their drive-through windows and implying that he had a gun. Utah, shamefully content to be the nation's capital of implied gun violence. J.K. Rowling, author of the sensationally popular Harry Potter series, has announced that she's working on a novel for adults. This is great news for adult fans of Rowling who have been looking for something to do while not kissing girls. If you're like me, you don't care at all that the new cast of Dancing with the Stars was just announced this week. But since Dancing with the Stars is so popular, I thought it might be worthwhile to go over who these stars are and how you might know them. Melissa Gilbert, you might remember her from Little House on the Prairie, a celebrated show 40,000 years ago. Sherry Shepherd, she's the co-host on The View, the Christian one that's not Elizabeth Hasselbeck, and the black one who's not Whoopi Goldberg. None of them are Joy Behar. Donald Driver, he's the 3rd best receiver on the Green Bay Packers, a man who wears a helmet on his head that totally obscures his face. Great cat. Catherine Jenkins, a Welsh singer. I mean, are these real? Is there a list below D that we can put her on? Gavin DeGraw, he sang the theme song to One Tree Hill. Is this an April Fool's joke? Martina Navratilova. She was old when Solid Gold was still on the air. All right? Okay, I can't go on with this. I'm going to speed through the list, all right? Go Jack Wagner, William Levy, Roshan Figan, Maria Menounos. They're all the oldest surviving munchkins or something. With celebrity standards this low, they're going to have this guy on next season.
Brian, you did forget one guy.
Who?
Jaleel White, the guy who played Urkel.
Damn it. Now I have to watch.
I bought a 2008 Ford Taurus that had some serious engine problems. Worst purchase I ever made.
Some dealerships will sell you real lemons. That's not the Arguelles way. At Arguelles Auto Sales, we stand behind every used car we sell.
I bought a 2005 Porsche for $17,000. What I didn't realize was that it was only 4 inches long.
Some car dealers will sell you a car that's only 4 inches long. That's not the Arguelles way.
What? Huh?
I bought a 2006 Hyundai from a dealer who turned out to be a horrible war criminal.
Lots of car dealers are horrible war criminals. That's not the Arguelles way.
That can't be true.
I went to a used car lot that wasn't Arguelles Auto Sales, and all the employees there hit on my wife, and then she left me and married all of them.
That old story, huh?
Oh, come on.
If I'd had a nickel for every time I heard that exact story, I'd have exactly $5.
Okay, you've heard the story of a fleet of salespeople breaking up a marriage 100 times. 100 nickels is $5. That's what you're saying.
But not at Arguelles, where we help bring families back together.
Take me back.
Honey, I love you.
Just talk about how Arguelles can help you save thousands of dollars, all while finding the car of your dreams, no matter where you are in the country.
Sanctity of marriage, fidelity, not having your wife passed around a Toyota service center like yesterday's floor mat, coming home smelling like Pennzoil and some tattooed mechanic named Chester. That's the Arguelles way.
Ryan, what the hell is wrong with you, man?
Ask about our military discounts. Not you, Republican Guard.
Waldir Kawad!
Okay, that's a little bit better. Still super weird, but...
Because Nissan dealerships want to bring down Israel.
Okay, Brian, you're going to get us all fired. That's slander.
Think of the iPads.
Arguelles Auto Sales, cure diabetes.
That's the Arguelles way.
Arguelles Auto Sales. Visit ArguellesAutoSales.com today to check out their concierge service that will help you find your dream car, truck, van, or SUV anywhere in the country. Neato.
At the interview bar with me tonight, a senior attorney at the Institute for Justice, specializing in First Amendment, property rights, and economic freedom. He's defended the right for you to put a for sale sign in your car window, and he doesn't want the government to seize your home to build a shopping mall. Two amiable traits. And he likes Coors. Please welcome Jeff Rose.
All right.
Hello,
Thank you.
Jeff.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Sure, and thanks for coming. And also, because of some internal confusion between the Institute for Justice and the Justice League of America, we accidentally double booked this segment. So please also welcome my second guest, The Flash. He drinks vodka Red Bull.
He doesn't have my physique, but it looks pretty good in red.
Yeah, not bad.
Thanks, guys.
Sure.
All right, Jeff, what is the Institute for Justice?
Well, we are the nation's premier libertarian nonprofit public interest law firm. And so what that means is we represent people from all over the United States for free in constitutional suits designed to protect their rights, their right to economic liberty, property rights, the First Amendment right to free speech, and school choice.
So if I have a complaint against something that's going on against me, I can come to you and plead my case?
And you can see if we'll take your case. I mean, the fact is, we're not legal aid, so we can't take every case that comes to us. But what we're looking for are those special cases in which someone is really doing what Americans have always done, which is stand up to injustice. And if that's the kind of case that we can take all the way to the Supreme Court if necessary, set precedent to protect everyone, that's what we do.
So I have a few examples of injustices that you are currently fighting. Why can't I sell my bone marrow?
Well, under the National Organ Transplant Act of 1984, Congress made it illegal to compensate someone for an organ. What they did is they actually included bone marrow in the list of organs, and that was really crazy, and I think they should know what they were doing. Bone marrow is really just renewable cells like blood, and you can pay someone for blood. Thousands of people die every year looking for bone marrow, and so we brought the first ever constitutional challenge to this federal law. And right now, it's hovering just one level below the Supreme Court. We actually won in Federal Court of Appeals, and the defendant, Attorney General Holder, is now seeking to get that reversed in front of 11 federal judges. We don't think that's going to work, but this case might be up in front of the Supreme Court next year.
So if I wanted to incentivize people to donate bone marrow and I offered them $10, $15, $20, I'm committing a felony.
Oh yeah, you're committing a felony. You can go to jail for 5 years, and not just you. Doctors, nurses, the donor, basically anybody who's involved in this is part of a criminal conspiracy. And that just doesn't make any sense. People shouldn't go to jail just for wanting to save other people's lives. And, you know, this case is an example of vindicating the rights of people to make decisions for themselves and their children when it comes to life and death decisions.
You agree with that, Flash?
Yeah, yeah, I do. You know, I've been trying to sell my bone marrow. My bone marrow is expensive, though. No one can really afford it. It's
well, it's
about
super.
10 grand. Yeah.
I mean, and let's face it, your bone marrow would probably kill just about anybody that it got put into.
I mean, their legs would run right off their body.
Yeah. But I mean, the fact is, the Flash actually has it easy because all he has to do is defy the laws of physics.
Right.
We've actually got to win in federal court and beat the government, which is harder.
And a government that's fighting back. They're not going to care.
A law firm called the Department of Justice that has 60,000 lawyers.
Heard of them.
Yeah.
Another case, civil forfeiture. This is Massachusetts, where I'm from, originally. The police department is trying to take somebody's motel.
Yes.
Why are they doing that?
With the help of our friends in the U.S. Department of Justice.
Okay.
Well, so here's the thing. You have a family that has run a hotel for 2 generations, paid for it free and clear, but, you know, the world's sort of changing, and, you know, like a lot of businesses, they cater to people who are sort of on the lower economic end. Well, it turns out that, you know, every now and again, well, they sold 125,000 hotel rooms, and 0.05% of the time, there's apparently been some kind of criminal element.
Okay.
The owners of the hotel have done everything they can to help the police, but the police have decided, oh, that's a criminal nexus. We're going to seize everything that you've worked for your whole life. We're going to take your hotel. Not that you've done anything wrong, but that wrongdoing has occurred here. So we're just going to take it. I mean, that anywhere else that would be called theft.
So this is an adaptation of the laws that can take impound your car if you are found with drugs in your car, and now this is kind of expanding, mission creep?
And actually expanding under really what we call policing for profit. Massachusetts actually passed some reform law that said you can't just walk in and take somebody's stuff, especially when there's no real evidence that they have any connection themselves to criminal activity.
Sure.
So what they're doing is they get the federal government to seize it, because the federal government doesn't have any of these protections, and then the federal government pays them back, the local police, 80%. So not only are they doing something inherently wrong, but they're circumventing Massachusetts law. And policing for profit is out of control. You know, and this is basically the problem that entrepreneurs run into across the country, which is that for every stupid law, there is someone out there behind it who's getting rich. And that's the reason why we've lost so much liberty, is because it gets shaved off piece by piece over generations, and you discover that there are all of these laws that are designed just to make special interests rich.
I mean, how do the odds look against these cases? I mean, let's take the bone marrow. I mean, how does that look?
These are the legal equivalent of putting a man on the moon. Like, frankly, the way the Supreme Court has set up constitutional cases and the rules that are in place make it almost impossible for citizens to win. We're determined to win because we're on the right side. But the fact is, they're really hard to win. Bone marrow case, I'm thinking, I mean, I just believe in us, so I think we're going to win. I'd give you 100% odds. Some dispassionate person looking at it, they would give you less.
Okay.
But we won so far, and we plan to defend it.
Flash, how do you feel about this?
I'm thinking about going back to law school right now. I feel like I've been wasting my time just running.
You know, sometimes when a superhero like this meets a superhero like this,
right,
they want to go to law school.
And you're originally from Canada.
Yeah.
So you come here, you just like American law better?
I am like generation upon generation of Americans who actually came here, like any other immigrant, thinking that this was a great country and that Americans believe in freedom, and I married an American, and I want to defend the U.S. Constitution.
And you, Flash?
Yeah, same story, kind of, except without really a lot of that success. I'm glad you double booked me here. I'm starting to rethink a lot of things.
All right. Well, do you have a website, Flash?
Yeah, it requires Flash Player. So make sure you download that before you go there, and it's just flashyflash.com.
Flashyflash. I assume it doesn't work on Apple devices.
It doesn't work on really anybody's computer. So we're trying to work the bugs out on that, yeah.
And Jeff, from the Institute of Justice, you are ij.org.
That's right.
Is your
That's
website.
right,
Okay. Jeff Rose, thank you very much for coming
Thanks.
and having a drink with me.
You bet.
Flash, thank you very much for coming. And I'm
Cheers,
sorry,
guys.
sorry we made you feel bad. All right, then. That's all the time we have for this week's episode of the BS of A. Thank you to Jeff Rose for coming by from the Institute of Justice. Sorry, for Justice. Institute for Justice. And Flash from the Justice League of America. Join us next week for a brand new episode. Until then, good night, America. We're the best. Are we the best?
We're the best.
Better than the best.
Yeah, better than the best.